Hello guys, welcome back to Haymanager. Today we're going to do my Euro 2020 or 2021, which is now, predictions for the tournament. The whole tournament, I'm going to go through it. It's all on the Euro. I think it's the UEFA website anyway, the gaming website for the UEFA stuff. So you can do your tournament predictor. It'll be pretty interesting to see what else you think as well will happen. So yeah, probably I'll put the link in the description so you can have a little prediction of your own. And let me know down in the comments as well, actually, who you think is going to win the Euros. That'll be an interesting one to see. So we've got Group A here. I think Italy are big underdogs for this tournament. We've got Chiesa and Mobile. I think it might be Mertens last tournament, and Insigne as well. I think he's in there as well. But a lot of young talent coming through. I quite like the central attacking mid from Roma. I can't remember his name. Pellegrini. I like Pellegrini. He's a fantastic player. The defence is always solid, really solid defence. I don't think Mancini made it, but he's very, very good. And then they've obviously got Donnarumma, who speculation about his contract. I might have a video coming about him soon. So Italy, I think, will do well. Then I think Turkey are going to just take it. Turkey have a fantastic striker. Yeah, Yilmaz from Lille, an absolutely phenomenal striker. I won't say he won in the league this year, but he's a main contributor for it, where he just took the league by storm. Really good goal scorer. Then I think it'll be Wales, then Switzerland. Switzerland not doing that great, to be honest. Then we go into Group B. I reckon Belgium straight away. They're one of the contenders to possibly win it, to be honest. I think probably I'd put them around about 4th or 5th contender. Not up there, but they're still very, very likely to probably take it all the way if you can find their form towards the start. It's all about their defence, really. Then I reckon Denmark. Denmark are, as they probably call it, dark horses. They're going to be really good for the tournament. I can see them going quite far. I like the team as well. I reckon Russia probably won't carry on their World Cup campaign and just be a bit standard this time. They'll be a decent side anyway. Then Group C. I reckon Netherlands. Netherlands have got to do well in this group. If they don't qualify in this group, then I don't think they deserve to qualify ever again for the Euros. It's a very simple group in my opinion. Then I reckon Austria, David Alaba. There's a few decent Austrian players out there that I think will be able to hold their own in this group. Then we've got Ukraine, and then Macedonia. Pandev, who played obviously in that. I've seen it actually. I think it's Pandev anyway. Played in the. I think he was in the treble-winning side of that Inter Milan side that Mourinho managed years ago. And now he's still playing today, and he's in the Euro 2020, which will be interesting to see. Then Group D, obviously our group right here. I reckon England at the top for this one, definitely. We've got the quality, we have to show up this year, otherwise it's an absolute shambles if you haven't turned up this year. It'll be really disappointing to not get anything from this group. Then Croatia, I think Scotland are just going to miss out. Croatia, for me, are one of the strongest sides. They've not got that many recent players, but they've got the likes of Kovacic, Modric, who are very experienced, great players in the centre of that midfield, should I say, but lacking elsewhere now. I think they've not got a great strike force, not got a great defence. I reckon we should be able to take them. And I put Scotland in third. I think Scotland are going to be the best of the rest, one of these third place teams. I reckon they can do it. I reckon Scotland are. The sneaky players have got John McGinn, Scott McTominay, Andy Robertson. We've got a nice set of players in there, to be honest, and I reckon they can do something with it. And obviously, Czech Republic finishing last in that group. Then Group E. Now, Group E is an interesting one because we've got Poland, who are looking pretty strong this year, to be fair. Spain, Sweden, and Slovakia. Now, I think there's going to be a minus upset here. I reckon Poland are going to finish top and Spain second, simply because David De Gea is not in the finest of forms, and I think they take him and put him in net majority of the time. The strikers, Morata, not fantastic. The defence, PK, I think he might have even retired from international football, but Laporte, they've managed to transfer in from that Spanish side to the Spanish side, from the French side. So Laporte is going to be partnering probably Torres in there. But then the wing backs, it's all a bit. It depends on what system Spain play, and from what I've seen, it's not fantastic in Poland. Having a very informed Szczesny, a really great Lewandowski, who's he's had a record-breaking year in the Bundesliga scoring-wise. I reckon Poland are going to be dark horses as well. I reckon they can do it. Then Sweden, then Slovakia for me. Sweden, obviously not taking Ibrahimovic, but I still think they've got the firepower for it. And Slovakia, I don't think not good enough. I just don't think they're good enough for it. Then Group F, the group of death is Group F. And this is going to be hard to predict. Now, who do I think out of these 4 teams here are going to do the best? Now, Hungary, I think it's obvious. Hungary, when they saw these 3 get picked, probably thought, what's the point of turning up to the tournament? It's going to be difficult for them. It's going to be very difficult for them. But I reckon Portugal top as a bit of a wild card. I reckon they've got such great quality. The defence is looking solid as well this year. You've got Pepe and Ruben Diaz in there with, is it Cohen Trau? Yeah, Cohen Trau as well. In net, you've got, I can't remember what his name is. I think it might be Ronnie Lopez now. It might even be Rui Patricio that they're sticking with. But Bruno Fernandes, who's absolutely on fire, who's had a rest as well. That's the main thing. He's had an actual rest. They've obviously got Cristiano Ronaldo, what's his name? Bernardo Silva. They've got a lot of talent in that side and a very strong back line for Portugal since the last few years hasn't been great for them in defence. So we'll have to see what Portugal can do out there. Then I reckon France second and Germany third. Germany for me, it's always Hansi Flick coming in. I don't think he's made for the Euro tournament because it's a very short period of time for him to come in and sort of make changes and do stuff with this Germany side. But he's brought Muller back into the actual squad, so I reckon that'll be a bit of a big impact for him. But I can't see Germany progressing through this because the France side that's so strong and the Portugal side that's so on form. Germany for me, it's going to be a mystery, this group. But I just think Germany for me don't make it. They've got a great back line. Neuer in net, obviously. I don't know who they'll play in defence, whether it be Schuler or Boateng or Hummels or who they try and play. I don't know how it works, but just a lack of an out-and-out striker for me. Werner, a brilliant striker, but he normally plays out on the left, not a goal-scoring type. But yeah, we'll have to see what happens there. So the best of the rest, here we go. So Germany, obviously, best of the rest. Got to be in there. Then I think, out of the 4, I say Wales, Scotland, and then for me, it's probably between Russia and Sweden. I reckon Sweden might just... I reckon Russia might just take it. That's for me to decide. So then we have the round of 16. So who I think is going to go through from these like draws, should we say? So I reckon Belgium. Will go through against Scotland. Belgium's quality side. Scotland might be able to just hang on for a draw, maybe take it to penalties. But for me, Belgium are just too strong a side. Then Italy, Austria. This will be a good matchup, to be fair, because Austria with a very, very how would you put it? Very interpretive side. So they just go flowing football. Alaba sort of drifts from the centre-back role to the centre attacking mid role because he's just got that ability. I reckon Italy will just take it though because I like Chiesa. I like that sort of the back line, the midfield for me is just really solid this year for Italy. Like they've got who's that man from Inter Milan that plays in the midfield beginning with B? Not Bonanno, I can't remember his name now. It'll come to me in a minute, but fantastic. So Barella, that's it. Fantastic player in him. I think they'll do well. Then Portugal have to beat Russia. Portugal for me tipped probably third favourites in this tournament so far. Then Spain for me as well. Spain will beat Croatia. It'll be a tough matchup, I think. It'll be a very tough matchup, but I don't think there's going to be any upsets there. Then Poland to beat them. I reckon Poland will go through against Wales easily. It'd be Gareth Bale versus Lewandowski, but Lewandowski's just an absolute demon in any competition. Then England versus France. This is where it gets a bit tricky. Do I think we have the ability to beat France with this French side that have an absolute established group? They've got Pogba, Kante, the Champions League winner, Benzema up front with Giroud and Mbappe, those types of players. The goalkeeper's a bit of a lacking area, but I think that's the same to say for us. France, for me, go out. I reckon England go through. I reckon we can get far enough in this tournament to go towards the quarterfinals. Then Germany versus Netherlands. I reckon Germany can have the Netherlands. Netherlands have a very easy group. That's why I put them to go through. But if Germany manage to draw the Netherlands, I reckon Germany can have them. They've got a stronger side. Netherlands depending far too much on whether or not Van Dijk's fit. I don't think he is going to the Euros. They've got they've got De Vrij as well as De Ligt. That's in defence. It's just the wing backs are the main problem. They've not got strong wing backs. The goalkeeper's a bit on the edge about whether or not he's great. The midfielders, Van der Beek, them type of players. Wijnaldum's always fantastic for the Netherlands. And then Depay as well, really good pick as well. And then Turkey-Denmark. Now, this is an interesting one. I reckon Denmark will go through again. Dark horses, I'm telling you. Schmeichel's had a fantastic season. Denmark, really, really good when they need to be. Turkey just have Yilmaz getting through that group stage, but it all depends whether or not Schmeichel can keep out Yilmaz, and I reckon he can. Sioncho in that defence against probably Denmark's attack just doesn't roll well with me, so I reckon Denmark will be able to take them. Then, the quarterfinals, hardest part to sort of predict this. Belgium versus Italy now. Belgium, Kevin De Bruyne, very out of form. Hazard, out of form. Lukaku, that's firing goals in left, right and centre. Italy, you've got Immobile, who's had a pretty decent season. But then you've got Chiesa, who's had a fantastic season. Got a strong defensive line. I still think Italy are going to be not quiet favourites, but a very quiet side that go very far. Belgium, for me, don't have the defensive capabilities anymore. Like the 9 Golans have retired from football, not football, but retired from the international side, and just players like that can't really come in and defend from the midfield. I reckon Italy can just take them. I reckon that the mixture of experience with youth for Italy is going to be pretty lethal in this tournament. Then Portugal, Spain. Portugal, for me, have to go their way. Spain's defence is not fantastic. The goalkeepers are I'm a bit sceptical about them, but I reckon they can't do it. Then England into a semi-final. It's going to be interesting seeing England beat Poland. If they do anyway, that's the main one. And then Germany to beat Denmark for me. So you've got the 4 teams, Italy, Portugal, England, Germany in the final. I reckon France, if France are going to... It's France or England to go into the final for me. Because Germany, as great as they are, I think this England side, with how they're set up, have to beat any other side. Germany have a great line going forward. The Sané's, Gnabry's going, Muller's going as well. But they've got no one who's like a Harry Kane, who is an absolute firing, just goal-scoring galore type of player. And I think Harry Kane can possibly carry us to a final, in all honesty. It's all about the defence as well. Neuer against Pickford, you're obviously picking Neuer. But then your left-backs and your right-backs, I don't think you can beat our wing-back potential. Luke Shaw, Chilwell. It depends if Kimmich plays right-back, which I don't think he will. I think he'll be playing the central midfielder role with Cruz and all that. But I just think England have the ability at the back. As long as Maguire and Stones are fit, I think they've got the ability to go a long, long way. And then Italy versus Portugal. I reckon it's going to be an England-Portugal final. It's going to be an interesting one to see who wins there. Obviously, you've got to say, I reckon we'll bottle it in the final. I reckon we'll get to the final, everything will be hyped up, and then Southgate, who isn't a fantastic tactician, I think he'll bottle it in the final. I can't see England winning it this year, as much as I'd love them to. And in my heart of hearts, that game I want to watch and I want to see us win. Big time. I reckon Portugal are just too strong this year. They've sorted out that defensive line. Coentrão, Diaz, Pepe, and then you've got a lot of that just quality talent throughout the squad. Your Sanchez's, who's a brilliant box-to-box midfielder. You've got Fernandes, who pressures and runs back like no one's ever seen, as well as being such a contributor up front. Your Bernardo Silva's. Well, your Ronaldo's. You've got such a great side there. I reckon Euro winners have to be Portugal because they've done it before, and I reckon they'll do it again. I reckon it'll be a replay of 2016 where no one really fancies them that much, but you see the running and the teams they'll beat. It's all about they'll beat Russia, they'll beat Spain, they'll beat Italy. They'll be on top of the game because of the teams they're playing. I reckon they'll do very well. And it's sad to say that England won't make it. I hope you did enjoy this video today. My Euro 2020 predictions, how I think it's going to go. And yeah, I shall catch you in the next video. See you soon. I hope you're all doing well. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next video. Ciao.